move students and staff that would start at 5 o'clock you're talking about.
So I'll say on the line of programming, at the finance and operations meeting we had last night, Wilbraham said they just did a rough look at their budget, and they budgeted in the numbers that the budget that we had minus $1 million. So it was $1 million less than what we were asking for in this budget that we started working with. And then they took all the other asks from all the other departments and they put it in. And I think they said they were, was it 2.8 or 2.9 million over?
It was 2.8.
$2.8 million over. So that means they're gonna have to cut out 2.8. Now, just let it sink in that they already took out $1 million from the budget, thinking, oh, they can figure out that. What people don't understand is that and this is all in line of what we're doing here with the building utilization, is that the budgets are not, champagne and caviar at the schools. I mean, the budgets have all been just whittled down to basics, So a cut of $1 million is devastating. Yeah. I mean, what that translates to, let's just be frank about it. And Wilbraham wants us to talk about this, and when we meet with them,
School vacation week.
I'll be here. I'll make sure I'm there. But it's basically like what would it look like without that $1 million? What would it look like without $2 million? And we would have to say, this is what we would. These are the people we would cut. These are the positions that we would cut. This is what would happen. And it's devastating because I think we're so close to the bone right now. I know people are saying, yeah, you have a $50 million budget. You can't educate these kids on $50 million. And it's like, come to the meetings. It's, it's pretty scary.
What is the assessment of it? Still 2080 now or something like that? We're pretty close to it.
It's a little over 80 and a little under 20. So unfortunately, we're limited with the agenda. That even though we just did that, we can't talk about anything else. Is there a reason why we did that? I mean, we were hoping to do a lot more, but there really wasn't a lot more to do.
Yes, I think that having a clear understanding of all the building, the capacity and the usage, and the utilization of all of those things on the agenda, really important. We have information not necessarily the assessment,
but at least to have it on the agenda so we can talk about it. Because right now we're 23 minutes in, and I think we have the information. John knows where he's going. We know what we're going to look at. We're going to have this nice report by the end of the month. So within 2, 3, 4 weeks, we will have,
which report is it?
This.
Oh.
Right?
I'm
sorry, that's what you said.
Yeah. So, can you talk about scheduling tours?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Do I have a tour?
I think this is tours for members of the group.
Members of the group.
Which wouldn't necessarily be long as the tours I'm doing.
John, have you been to most of the schools? Have you seen them?
Not since 30 years ago.
Okay.
When I was chairman of the school committee. So my kids left. That was it.
When would you like to go? What would your schedule like to be?
I'm open. I'm around. I was just saying, not during the day. And then when
I think that's the ideal time to see it.
I know. So I'd have to take vacation time to go and do it. So we need to be.
If you could get a day off, we could try to be wicked efficient and get as many as
I
possible.
will do that. It's not what you want to take off.
And we could also prioritize, I think, I've mentioned middle school, I think that is a site to behold. I think also,
I know that we have been at the middle school and PWB this year. I mean, the school year. But I know that's not for going. Yes, I'm sorry, Green Mountain, yeah.
Do you want to do this before vacation? You want to do it during vacation?
Well, during vacation, you bring some kids in the
I
school.
want to see the kids. Right?
I think just some of the buildings, it would be important to see them while they're actually occupied. I
Some are
think,
impactful for the buildings that are.
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
services.
Yeah, I think middle school would be important to see during the day. Yep.
Does this have to be done before the end of February with along with, or is it something that?
I guess we can determine that.
We're trying to do a couple a day, right? Couple.
Well, I was thinking we were trying to do, maybe one day and be efficient and do it all.
Sure.
You think we can do them all in one day?
Well, we don't have to do front and burgers, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing really.
I've done that many times.
Or if you do it, it could be just a quick, walk around to the spaces like.
Right.
And I kind of think if we get pressed for time, you could do the middle, or you could do this school even after 2:00 because there are a lot of kids around after 2:00. You get a sense of what the building is like. And we don't have the same space crunches here we have in
Right. If I had to take 2 days.
Is there anything where you can move stuff for me?
I was gonna say, I could move some of your meetings you could do. I feel like we just committed to something on Tuesday the 14th, but I don't see him, just your superintendent's meeting. I'll do that.
I
We
could
can move
skip that.
that, okay, that would be Tuesday the 14th.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. That's good.
Because Thursday's that means the school committee meeting.
I feel like we have a subcommittee meeting on that day, so we just have to get back.
We do have a subcommittee meeting we have 2 committee meetings on Monday the 13th, but I don't see any, it's policy and FinCom on the 13th, but nothing on the 14th. We have curriculum tomorrow, so what could possibly be left to have? What is it? I know, I think that is clear.
You left Valentine's Day open.
I know.
You're romantic.
He's gonna be so happy. I mean, I could look at, if that's a hard day. And that goes into vacation, that's what I'm afraid of.
I can do it.
Well, everyone's looking at school, so it will be done by the end of the day, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, we just have a
And
school day.
Tuesdays are probably my days.
okay, all right, the Tuesday the 14th.
My wife's not working.
So we'll work on developing an itinerary for that. That's everybody. I think there's a rule, we came up with an email,
Yeah, we will be delivering, we'll just be delivering.
Yeah.
I appreciate the having one topic for meeting, but I think if you wouldn't mind, maybe in the future, just having it like, the other things as well there. If we don't get to them, that's great. But remember how I thought this is what you had said before, that, we're gonna focus on the meeting, but then remember, so let's say we talk about this, and then next meeting, we're talking about that, but we're still gonna have, there's gonna be updates from that. So you said it was gonna be something like that, so where you have one big topic, and then you can have updates and stuff for the smaller, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely, because building utilization is not just one thing, there's so many different things that fall onto it.
Right.
I wasn't sure exactly what we were going to have, and I didn't want to just make a laundry list for an agenda, just in case, because I do want to make sure that we do stay focused and get information so that we can kind of,
Right.
that, you know, so as we build, I will put everything on the agenda.
No, no, not everything. I think there's only what?
The
4 or
4
5.
items.
Yeah, 4
I
items.
just want to make sure that we're
Yeah.
not jumping so early on, because I think it's better to have, I mean, if we wrap up in 25 minutes, we're done, then we come back and then we'll have more, and then with the tours, build on that, and then that will, you know, we can talk then about,
I feel that especially with the budget, and again, John and I were recently talking about this, when I call it buying more lottery tickets. I'm just trying to figure out any other way that we can, what's a way that, even if it's a long shot, like, maybe could we go to insurance to get to fix the lights in this building, you know, just, and that was my neighbor, George Menard, came up and sent me a text on this. Just, you know, it's gonna be really intense because it's gonna be really bad this year, and then next year, it's gonna be phenomenally worse. Okay, unless some miracle, something happens, if the state wakes up and decides to properly fund education in Massachusetts, their tax that was right there. But you know,
The other thing, the programs, we get kids out here who need help too.
we do talk those numbers. I don't have them off the top of my head, but the number that they spend per student in Boston compared to out here, I believe it's like 50% more on the students in Boston. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, 50% more. I mean, am I even right, or is it even more than that?
It is more, I mean, it is a different market in housing costs and everything. I'll figure into what you have to do stuff. But you're right as well. I mean, that was my conversation with Jake about the SOA. You know, we all went and advocated for it, and so far haven't gotten any money. And I will say that not only is it true that I have a report to file every year on the $0 I get, but last year it was returned to me. I filled it out wrong. I said I didn't have any money. I didn't spend any money. How could I get it wrong?
The other thing which is a way of raising revenue to help deal with this is, you know, have better, not just have these one big meetings a year, but let's have a letter writing campaign. Let's get the town people. Here's a copy of the letter, send it out to everyone. They can edit it how they want, but then get them to send it in, because that squeaky wheel gets the grease, and in sales, what do they say? You gotta talk to someone 5 or 6 times. How many touches before you actually get it? There's this crazy, and hopefully she said it won't be described. There's this box, and you open it, and butterflies come out, and there's like some candy or a cake or something on the inside. And I got my wife a Valentine's gift, but it came early. She already opened it, and she's already been eating it. So I'm like, so what are you gonna do on Valentine's Day? So I keep on seeing this, and I never would have considered this, but it just keeps on showing up everywhere I'm looking. It's showing up, so I'm actually probably gonna go and get this butterfly thing, and that will be her little on Valentine's Day, gift, right? But I think we need to do that, touch, and I think if we can, you know, have as part of this proposal that we work together to send to the district, it's like, let's get it together, let's get the teachers, let's get everyone together, and let's just say, all right, letter writing campaign, turn down the minute charge, buy some stamps, bring some envelopes, whatever, let's do it. Because we gotta put the pressure on them, because Hamden and Wilbraham, and I don't think I'm speaking out of school here, have been very generous with how much money that we've been giving the school. Okay? I think who's not been so generous is the state, and especially when it comes to special ed and such. So I think, you know, okay, you know, they give us $1 million less, and they can't even afford that. So we had to go to the state, and the state takes a while to turn around, and there's a new administration in there. I think we just need to hammer it. We need to be like, oh no, it's the HWRSD again. All right, geez, oh gosh, it's another letter. I got more of these HWRSD letters. Oh no, oh, they're outside again. It's already, squeaky wheel gets the grease. And we need to be really. So, there you go. Awesome.
So when should we meet again? So as far as information, we will have it by the end of the month, so we should wait until then.
What's that thing? The 21st is,
Okay.
that's vacation.
Yeah, you gotta, like, you mean that way to do the-
Big vacation's next week?
Week after. We have school committee Thursday.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I was ahead looking at Valentine's Day. All right, cool. So next week, yeah, the week after.
I want to make sure that you have enough time. So again, we're making these requests, it's easy for us to say, hey, could you bring us this? Understanding that you have plenty of other things on your table, aside from everything that pops up on a daily basis. So I just want to make sure that we're giving you ample time to gather the information and prepare it, because you can gather it, but then there's also the preparation. So
Are you responding to that by showing my
Oh,
calendar?
So
I thought that was intentional.
I do want to make sure that we are giving you
Yeah, I
time
think
to do what you
by the end of the month, I will have this memo complete, which I think will give us information, and we can start talking about some different combinations. My feeling is that we should probably narrow the universe of choices to some strong front runners and then start bringing in people to get their opinions. Otherwise, I think we could spend a lot of time hearing every possible combination in the world. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I think we should definitely, pull the cream up, for each of the discussion topics, right?
Pull the cream up?
Let the cream rise and then take the cream off the top, and then you
Got it.
get the cream. So I'm not a farmer, but that's as much as I know about the expression. But in the other topics that we had discussed was, well, one of them was communications.
Right, so that'd be an ongoing conversation regarding each one of these items, and then we have the regional agreement and assessment and safety, which is one grouping, and then communications is the third. So I think it's hard to have the regional agreement conversation without knowing and having this information, because it does get, when we talk about, different options for configurations
Right.
and figuring out the best, which configuration is the most educational from it. Things like that, we want to make sure that's incorporated into what we're discussing regional agreement. And that will also take some time. So I know it's unfortunate that we come together for a short meeting, but if that's all the information that we have.
How many middle school students do you have that we got 6, 7, 8?
A very small number. I would say it's probably under 30. I'll see if they publish.
And how do you do that?
So
They move here, but,
they move there too, but they're moving on in hallway. It's basically 1 minute from one classroom to the next. 3 teachers are the middle school team. No, there's content specialists, so kids move like from a reading and English teacher to a math teacher. We just got a Spanish teacher, so now there's a Spanish teacher in the mix there as well. But so much more small scale than what's happening.
I have a question for Dave. Just set up the over the like, the plan store, and they go, they don't have any teachers here, they don't go to the free down, I'm sure they do.
That's completely untrue.
And really run really well. Is the funding formula something that we could talk about before we have the, there's like a 5-year running average kind of thing? I know you had brought it up before, Don. Is that something that you think the town would? We don't we don't necessarily have to, I'm just trying to say like, you know, there is an urgency to what we're doing, but I also understand that there's only so much, you know, work that we can throw on. That's my caveat. Make a motion to adjourn.
Quick comment, we did not determine our meeting.
I know.
Oh, okay.
We were determining, figuring out.
I thought we said the 28th. That's what- Okay.
Okay.
Did we say the 28th? Let me check my schedule. I did.
That is a Tuesday as well.
Yeah. Because the week before is
It's vacation.
vacation, and the week before that, we're going to visit school.
Okay, so Tuesday the
Do we
28th.
want to stay on an every 2 week schedule? Is that the goal?
Yeah, I think so.
Is 6:30 the time that works
Yeah.
for everybody?
We can go,
Can we do it earlier?
we can do earlier.
We'll do it earlier.
Let me see.
We can do it.
The only reason today is I'm on daddy duty and I had to do my duty. Got him home, got his haircut, he was beautiful.
So what are we looking for?
So we did 5:30 last week. Does that work? Is that too early?
That's fine.
Why don't we put in-
You're gonna send out a.
I'll send out an invite.
So Aaron, can you do that for every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
Yep, 5:30 on
5:30
that
here in the
Tuesday.
district office.
Well, the 20th is, yeah. A little, and then from the, we'll do the 28th
So we'll do 2 weeks from
and then the
that.
14th.
Yeah, so every 2 weeks we'll have a meeting. We'll just confirm, hopefully Terry, 5:30 works for her. And if necessary, maybe we can adjust the time if everyone's amenable to that. But otherwise, we are coming together on the 14th. We will, once we have a schedule, we will, take a week to know when we're starting and where. But there was already a motion on the table to adjourn in a second. Roll call, John,
I,
myself, we are adjourned. It is 7:10.
we did get to the point where I'm unaware of the meeting, but Terry just, someone's gonna let Terry know.
Yeah, I'll let you know, put it on.
I'm pointing to the chair, like she's not there, but
I'll let her know we're adjourned.
yeah. Let her know that we're meeting on the 14th for visits. And then on the 28th.
One Sunday, this is how I retired. One Sunday morning, my wife was bringing the Boston Globe, like she does. And she put her Boston Globe down and she took her cup of coffee. She, you know what time I she was? She goes, time to come home. Okay.
My wife wish I had 2 jobs.
Well, I had traveled so much.
With butterfly cakes and everything.
No, she's got money though. There's no money yet, so
I hope she wasn't watching.
it's not. If she's logged in, then you need something else.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. And I just sent you an invitation. So we can ask in place, but- No, I didn't even get to,
You better say,
Yeah, just about it. Sure.
are you saving money on
the agenda item.
plowing it this year?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's been good.
Yeah.
We've had to put down a little bit of salt.
Yeah, I know, I was.